We've had 4 cards come out today.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And we've already been talking. All right. So the first one that came flying out was the number 42 card, garage or garage.
Garage. Mm-hmm.
Then the number 12 card, wind dancers. Anita needs a pen and paper, so we'll give her a second.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. You got those two?
Yeah.
And then number 53, knowledge and self-cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
And number 18, living room.
Hmm.
So this is quite the assortment today.
Okay, well, we were just talking about Gatherama and the
Yep.
virtual summit. We were just talking about our Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage, right? All of those things. I mean, there are so much goodness happening in the world that happens right here online virtually. I mean,
Yes.
you do not have to get in your car and drive out of the garage, right? You and maybe all of these cards came up for that purpose. Maybe someone here listening to this has been so busy driving in and out and going and just like a wind dancer, you know, here, there, and everywhere. And now you have an invitation to learn something new, to take in, right? Knowledge, self-development, self-awareness from the comfort of your living room.
Well, I can tell you what, last night I left the garage and it was pouring where I went. In fact, it was a very slow drive home. And I wasn't in the comfort of my garage, but the knowledge and self-cultivation we gleaned last night from seeing Lee Harris live in Calgary, unbelievable. That experience when it is live is different than when you're watching it from the comfort of your home. Now, today I need the comfort of my home because the drive home, my shoulders, my neck, all of me is
White
stiff and
knuckle, white
sore.
knuckle. Yeah.
Oh, it was an interesting drive. And thank you for my co-pilot, Carrie, if she's watching this morning, because she's a talker. Thank goodness, because she, well, we were both pretty juiced after it, but I was concentrating on the road and she was talking and entertaining me all the way home. So very thankful for her this morning. But yeah, the wind was definitely helping us do some dancing on the highway last night, along with the rain.
I got an email this morning from Ignite Gatherama, and I just loved how, she worded everything, of course. Let's see, this was something that caught my attention that just kind of went into, so yeah, from the comfy of your favorite chair, a steaming cup of inspiration, aka coffee or tea, by your side, ready to soak in life-changing wisdom from our galaxy of superstar speakers. Wow, sounds
Love that.
amazing.
Love that. Very cool. You can
Anyway,
tell
so
they're writers.
that's how we're all in alignment this morning with all of those things, right? The garage, the wind
Mhm.
dancers,
Mhm.
knowledge and self-cultivation, living room. But when we look through our feng shui eyes energetically, what can we do to kind of shift that? And I know a lot of our homes in North America, particularly, have attached garages on their home. And for the most part, a lot of homes have this big attached garage. And that's kind of what you see at
That's
the
all
front of
you
the
see.
house, is you see this big garage. And what's interesting is that energy doesn't hide.
Nope.
And for those people that have this huge garage, so I'm going to say at the face of their home, if you see 2/3 of the space as garage and 1/3 is the front of the home,
Tuck
the front
back.
end, etc., I will guarantee you that those people are leading very, very busy lives because the garage is in command of the space. And the garage is the place that houses the vehicle, right? And so that coming and going of energy is constantly there. And now, how could we shift that for somebody, right? How could we shift that energy for someone? Well, we could draw the attention away from the garage to the front
Front
entrance,
door.
which might be, it might be in their knowledge and self-cultivation area, because that is one area of the Bagua that is generally in the front of the home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
And how do
then
we
the
do
wind
that?
dancers could slow down, right? The
Exactly.
people, the
Well,
people
and
wind
you could,
dancers could slow down and relax in the living room.
right, but the wind dancer itself can be used to draw that attention,
Absolutely. Yes.
right? So how do
Mm-hmm.
you take away the attention from this massive, and it's usually in a contrasting color.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
brings even more attention to the garage door. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
can redo the garage door in a different color paint
Mm-hmm.
to blend it into the rest of the facade of the house instead of it standing out and being front and center. That also helps to withdraw it, right? So it's not so
Mm-hmm.
busy. A
Mm-hmm.
friend of mine is this coming week going to be painting her garage door. And
Well, mm-hmm.
like you, wants attention to go to the front door. So they have beautiful seating at the front entrance. They have a nice pathway to the front entrance, right? So there are things and lighting to attract you to the front door
Mm-hmm.
once the garage door is toned down a little bit. So you're
And
not
then
bringing as
again,
much
once you're inside the garage,
attention.
right, again, to kind of mitigate some of that fast moving energy, it's where can you slow down your energy? So let's say you're one of those busy people, you're coming and going all the time, you're driving into your garage and you're met with, stacks of boxes or unorganized something or whatever, right? Again, it's just you're bombarding your subconscious mind. And that's another reason of why you might not want to stay in your home. So then, because you're anxious and your autonomic nervous system is not calm and relaxed and feeling safe, then you're going to subconsciously, unaware, make an excuse or
Get out of the house.
find a reason why you have to leave the house again, right? And then that just only accumulates and adds to that stress
Hmm.
because that visual environment when you're first coming in to the garage is, "Oh," and it's like, I don't want to be here, right? And even though consciously aware, you might not say that or think that,
Right.
that is what's happening. And then all of a sudden you go in the house and then, oh, now I have to go out again because I need something uptown. Or somebody phones and says, hey, do you want to go to a Lee Harris concert? Hell yeah, I don't want to be home. I want to get out of the house and go somewhere live, right? That happens
Hmm.
so much to a lot of people. And it's really, really unfortunate because your home is for most people, is the biggest investment they will ever have or make. And if you don't feel safe and comfortable in your own home,
What the hell?
hello, you might as well go live in a camper on a four wheels and, you know, be doing that. I don't know. Anyways, I'll zip it and let you talk for a while.
No, 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 no. It's all good. As you were talking, knowledge and self cultivation kept nudging at me. And you had already started to address that quite often. That's the one area that is at the front of the house. And with a lot of houses that have the garages on the right-hand side and then the main door inset on the left, that what that tells us is that the knowledge and self-cultivation area isn't being supported.
Mhm.
So often the people that are the busiest and that they're constantly running with a little bit of tweaking, a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more support for themselves can calm all that energy down and spend a little bit more time living instead of
Mm.
being on the go. So don't neglect. And for those of you that have worked with us or studied with us and you know the self-cultivation and develop or knowledge and self-cultivation area, you think, whatever. I've gone to school. We never stop learning, people. Never
Mhm.
stop learning, never stop growing. Follow what's fascinating you because it's your soul taking you on a path. So the knowledge and self-cultivation to me is as important as all other 8 areas of the Bagua,
Mhm.
but is often probably one of the most overlooked,
I would probably agree with that. And there is no coinkydink that you and I
no,
both showed up in green today,
right?
right? Varying colors of green, because green is associated with the knowledge and self-cultivation area of the Bagua. It is also associated with the growth
Growth.
and the learning and the expansion. And again, we
Mhm.
only have to look to Mother Nature and look at the tree and how as it expands and grows and grows and grows. And we too are energetic beings connected to this energetic world. And it is our nature, right? It is our nature, or it is natural for us to continue growing and
Yes.
expanding, whether you are doing that emotionally, spiritually, whatever. There is no, there is no, that's it, I'm done growing, right?
Never. Because what
Um,
happens when you stop?
well, then the opposite of that, then you're dying. However, I like to believe on the other side of that, as esoteric energy or wherever we go beyond this physical plane, there is still learning and growth
Mm, mhm.
happening,
Always.
right? The whole cosmos is continuously growing and expanding. And I'm not a scientist, but you just have to go, ask the Google. Nothing is stagnant. Nothing,
Mm.
no thing, right, is stagnant. It's all constantly moving, constantly changing. We're constantly evolving. And so to get in the flow of life, to get living, you need to be in that constant state, or the awareness or appreciation of learning something new. So
And it's
again,
interesting you said
let's.
the word living because we have to make room for living.
Mhm.
So it's not that maybe this card is living room today. It's making
Mm.
room for living, not
Yeah,
being on the go.
it's the opposite of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Making room for living. Hmm.
Love that. Um,
Room living. I love it.
room for living.
And of course, that again, it gives us that extension to invite you all to come to the virtual Ignite Gather-rama stage.
Absolutely.
Just pop in for a speaker or two. And if nothing else, like you said, Cheryl, just register. Some of those free gifts will bring you all kinds of education, learning, awareness,
100%.
something
100%.
that you may have not, known before.
Yeah. So I have noticed several times that you have your inspiring on today from our friend Kate the Hardest. Now, what
Well,
inspired
when
you?
I went in the drawer to grab some lipstick, and there the little inspiring was looking up at me saying, "Hey, pick me
Aw.
today, pick me." I'm like, okay. So I just put it on.
That's
Mhm.
fun because it got me smiling. So if at nothing else, it gets you
Ah,
smiling.
cool.
Um,
Yeah, that is from our friend K8, the Heartist.
yes. Do we have any
I
questions or
also want to
comments?
say before we popped on here today, I was making some edits for our Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage, which we
Mhm.
already talked about Vianne being on there. And I was just getting some things lined up for one of our July speakers, Michelle Karen. And holy moly, I'll tell you what, if that virtual stage presentation isn't packed full, I will not know why it isn't. Because when I was just going through and reading her bio again, and I mean Cheryl and I know her personally,
Mhm.
and we've had her on our FLAWC podcast before. But incredible woman. I mean, she became an astrologer at the age of 14, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's crazy.
Well,
She is,
especially in that time frame.
yeah, she is the exclusive astrologer for the Academy Awards, right? Hello. And I love this fun fact about her that she is the GPS voice
Voice.
for Honda Canada in
French.
French, right? So if you are driving a Honda car in Canada and you want your navigation to be in the language of French, it is our beautiful friend Michelle Karen's voice that will be guiding you around town. Uh, anyways,
That's fun.
um, I
And
just had to kind of give you a heads up on that. You can't register yet because I haven't got the registration link. I'm working on it, but I'm telling you, like, holy moly,
well, I
right?
want to go back to your ring because another artist friend of ours, Kathy Strauss, is up first.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
And I got to attend Kathy's presentation at Gatherama in Las Vegas. She'll be speaking this weekend as well, so you can get a taste for her there. And if you can't this weekend, then you can catch her on the Power of an Unstoppable Woman virtual stage. She is a creationaire, is what she calls
Hmm.
herself. Creationeer. What a hoot. This woman is very dynamic, and you're gonna love that too. So
Yeah. Anyways, so lots of
anyway,
good things happening in the
yes,
knowledge and self-development area. And if you're feeling a little stagnant, if you're feeling a
yes.
little stuck, if you're feeling that, you know, maybe you've have reached a plateau and you haven't really been growing lately, again, energetically, we can look in that area of our home and we can make some enhancements. We can shift the energy and have it reflect that growth, that learning, that awareness by simply placing possessions in that area of your home
Mhm.
that have deep personal meaning for you that would encourage you or empower you to learn something new.
There you go. All right, so I did up the numbers with our 42, 12, 53, and 18. I get an 8. What did you get?
I didn't add them up, so
Oh.
I'll trust your adding.
So as always, I grab the book, Double Digitology, Marilyn and Joy, and I want to read a little bit from the book because I think
Hmm.
this really, excuse me, summarizes what we're talking about. It takes an enlightened person to understand that they can shift the energy between themselves and others by choosing how they wish to reflect the energy back.
Mm.
What we counsel, and meaning Adironda, choose love and see how your world improves. That's that figure 8, right? That the 8 of the infinity symbol of the 8. The 8 is a constant coming and going, incorporating constantly shifting frequency. When we look at the energy between people, if we were to draw a line between those people that follows the energy path, it would look like the figure 8. So
Mm.
consider that with your comings and goings out of your garage or what's happening in the living room. Coming
Mhm,
and going
mhm,
between you and the person going out of the garage could be really off if you're both coming and going at different times. And
mhm,
the same two
mhm,
people in the living room, the energy between the two of you is going to be much closer, much more consistent. Hmm. Little bit of something
mm.
to consider there. All right. Your closing words, my
Okay,
friend?
that's it. We are top of the hour. We'll see you all. Happy Canada Day. Happy July 4th. Everyone get out there and celebrate. Get to know your neighbor. Mhm.
Get your wind dancers out. I actually have a Canada flag for the Blue Jays game, so watch for us if you're a Blue Jays fan. We're playing Houston. Kate, we're playing your team. Ho, 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 ho. 4 times, by the way. All right. Have a
Okay,
great week,
bye for
everybody.
now.